All right, so welcome to your total body workout. Like I mentioned, you're gonna need some hand weights today. So if you have light, medium, heavy, go ahead and grab the array. If you also have a bench or the bottom of a staircase, I have a couple movements that you can use that for. What I mean by a bench is something like so. You can use the bottom, like a bottom stair as well. You can also do all of our moves without any of that equipment as well too. So grab all of that, grab a mat, grab your water, and let's get warmed up and ready to go. All right, let's just start light on our feet. I want you to start just with a nice light march here, or maybe it's a light side to side shuffle. Either way, I want you to keep the intensity a little bit lower here as we slowly raise our heart rate and get ourselves warmed up. You never want to just thrust yourself right into a workout. I'm going to slowly warm it on up. Here's 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do some squats with some shoulder rolls. So sink back into a squat, stand, and then draw a big circle with your elbows, rolling your shoulders up, back, and down. As you squat, weight goes into your heels, knees come to about a 90-degree angle, chest stays upright. There we go. Up and back. Nice job. And I want you to go reverse. So up and over the other way. I am recording today's class. So if you end up liking today's workout and you want to do it again, it will be available to you. Go ahead, one more. And then take your feet nice and wide, torso rotations here. That being said, only the host gets recorded. So if you're interested in having your camera on, obviously not necessary, but don't worry, you won't be recorded. 3, 2, and 1. Keep it here, hamstring curls. So now your heels are coming upward to your glutes, elbows are pulling back, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Here's 4, 3 more each way, 2, and 1. Keep your feet right where they are. Step up and over, big hip openers. You might get a little crack in your hip here. Sometimes that happens. You're also warming up your core as you do this move. Let's do 1 more each side. And then I always like to add in some inchworms to a plank to warm up our core and shoulders. So bend your knees, walk yourself out to a plank position. You can be on your toes or you can be on your knees. Hold for a second and then walk back. All right, you guys keep going with this movement here. Well, I explained to you what our workout is going to look like today. We have 4 blocks of work that have some strength and cardio as part of them. The strength, 1 minute long. Cardio is going to be 45 seconds long, and each move we do twice. At the very end, you will have a core finisher. So at the very end of our workout, after we finish our strength and cardio, we have some core. You don't need to remember all that. All you need to do is follow along. All right, on your next one, stay out in your plank, toes or knees. I want you to give me 4 push-ups on your toes or on your knees, just to warm your chest up a bit here. And after you have 4, walk yourself on back, stand. All right, shake it out here. I want you to open and close your arms, just stretching out your chest a bit. All right, we are going to move into our very first strength move. It's a deadlift and a back fly. So go a little medium to heavy with this one here. You're going to start with 2 weights. They're going to start facing your legs. You're going to hinge at your hips into a deadlift. When you get to the bottom of your deadlift, you're going to turn your palms, back fly, rotate them back, and then stand tall. You ready? 3, 2, let's go. So we hinge forward, rotate your weight, bend your arms, big fly, rotate them back, and then straight back up. Now, when you are doing a deadlift, things to think about. Keep a soft bend in your knees. You don't want to lock your knees out. Thought number 2 to have in your head, hinge from your hips first, okay? So you literally send your behind back behind you. Then the rest of it kind of just happens naturally. Your back stays straight and your core is tight the entire time. When you fly, you have a soft bend in your arms. Great job, you're halfway. Great time to check in on your weight selection too. Just because you pick a weight for this first round doesn't mean that round 2, you need to use the same. We have 15 seconds left right here. Weight goes into your heels as you hinge forward and your gaze follows naturally. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. You can use weights for this next one or body weight. We have an alternating front lunge. You're just going to stand with your feet under your hips. You're going to step to the front, lunge, and then push off your front foot. Repeat on the other leg. Let's go. Now, this requires a little bit of balance as part of it because you're pressing off, trying to regain your balance. So squeeze your core. It's going to help. As you step forward, watch your front knee. You want to keep it behind your toes, so it's close to a 90-degree angle as you can get it. There you go. Working our glutes here. And you want to make sure that your toes are pointed to the front the entire time. So don't let them turn out or in. Great job. You have 20 seconds left. Press here. Keep it up, keep it up. 10. Chest is lifted. Really propel, push off your front foot. Use the glutes of the leg that's in front to push you back. And done. Set your weights off to the side. Here's our cardio move. I kept round one super simple. You're going to pretend you have a jump rope and you're going to jump it. Ready? And go. All right. You can get a little creative with your jump rope. You can take the impact out if you want. You can step tap it. Maybe you want to add some heels. Maybe you want to jump side to side, or you have some sort of cool footwork you want to do. Either way, you have 45 seconds to raise your heart rate here. Effort level, I want you to about a 7 or 8 out of 10 here. For first cardio, so you don't have to be all the way there. 10 seconds. Spin your rope, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going through those 3 moves one more time, starting with a deadlift and a fly. Here we go. Begin, start, hinge forward, hips go back. Big back fly, straighten to the top. As you straighten to the top, squeeze your glutes here, squeeze at the top. Back stays straight the entire time throughout this movement. Even as you're hinged forward, your back is still straight. Your core is tight and your weight transfers into your heels as you lower and lift. We're halfway. You might notice you're a little more breathless than the first time you did this. That's because you just did 3 other moves before it. That's what circuit training is all about. We get a lot of bang for our buck when we move very quickly through a workout like this. 10 seconds left. There we go. Christine, nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can keep these weights or switch them, or no weights at all for front lunges. In 3, 2, let's go. Step front, push off your front leg, and repeat. Your lunge needs to be big enough and long enough so that your knee can create a 90-degree angle. If you try to step too close, your knee's going to go in front of your foot, and that's not good for your knee. So make sure it's a nice big step. There's a giant puddle. You're trying to step over the top of it. Halfway through. Stay strong and take your time. These don't need to be fast. Check your toes. Are they both pointed to the front? We have 15 seconds left. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo, nice job. All right, so your weights are off to the side. We have 45 seconds of jump rope, and then you get a break. 3, 2, go. All right, really push it here. Last time you were 7 out of 10. This time, can you be an 8 to 9 out of 10? Crank up the intensity just a bit. Light on your toes. Footwork can be whatever you're feeling today. Break is coming right after this. Go, go, go. Elbows in, spin your rope. Come on, 15 seconds. You pick up your pace just a tad here. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, woo! All right, first block is done. Now you know what the pattern looks like. Grab a drink, rest for a second, and watch your next movement. So we did a front lunge. Now we're gonna do a lateral lunge, which means we're just stepping to the side. You're gonna use one weight for this. You're gonna step out to the side, your knees both point to the front. The weight is gonna come just inside of your leg. You're gonna come center, switch it to the other hand, and lunge. So you do a little pass. It's not a throw, it's literally just hand it to your other hand in between. Move 2, pretty simple. We have a wide bicep curl. So 2 weights, palms are out, elbows are in, and your bicep curling. Move 3 is our cardio move. I'll re-explain this later because this is probably the trickiest one. Hands are gonna come behind your head. You're gonna crisscross to your knees and then crisscross your legs. So it goes knee, knee, crisscross. If that's a lot of choreography for you, jumping jacks are fine too. All right, you ready? Lateral lunge, go ahead and grab one weight, let's go. Side lunge, pass the weight, and repeat. So we have that same motion going where we're pushing off of our bent leg, just like we did with our front lunges. This time though, you're working a little more on the outside of your hip as you lunge to the side. Just like our front lunges though, our toes still point to the front, our knees point to the front. There's no turning out or turning in. This also makes a good body weight move. So if the weight is impacting your form, go ahead and drop it gently and continue without. Great job. We have just over 10 seconds. Really press off your bent knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're moving into bicep curls. So grab a second weight. Start with your palms turned out, elbows are in. 3, 2, and go. So these are wide bicep curls. So instead of having them come straight in front of you, they're out to the diagonal just a little bit. Your elbows are pinned in next to your side. Hips are tucked under, so you're not arching your back. You have a soft bend in your knees. You are a complete statue, except from your elbows to your weight. Nothing else is moving. Keep it up. And we're using 2 arms at one time. A minute, though, is a long time to do bicep curls, especially if you went heavy with your weight. So if you need to, you always have the option to switch to 1 at a time to finish off this circuit. Keep it up. You have 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees as you set your weight back to the side. All right, you'll catch on to this, and if you don't, like I said, jumping jacks are totally fine too. Hands behind your head, 1 on each side, and then crisscross your legs twice. Ready? 1 knee, and then crisscross your legs. There you go. You can also take out the crisscross if you'd like and just do your knees. But sometimes I like to add a little more choreography to our cardio because it makes your brain think, and then you kind of forget how long you're going versus, you know, tiny running for a minute straight. 15 seconds. Go. Home stretch, 10. Really cross. Get your elbow close to your knee and then crisscross your feet. 3, 2, 1. Holy mow. Wow. Here we go. Side to side lunge. 1 weight. 3, 2, and go. Not a ton of rest time this first time through. That's on purpose. I want you to keep your heart rate up as you move through and create this active recovery here with this movement. There you go. Focus on breathing. Get your breathing down just a bit. Your goal is to be cardiovascularly, that's really hard to say, recovered by the time we get back to that next cardio push. Good work. Double check your knees, both pointed to the front, hinging forward, weight goes parallel to your bent leg. 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bicep curls. Nice and wide. Big deep breath. 3, 2, and go. Lift and lower. Okay, nice. Elbows are pinned in. Again, you're a statue. You're a rock solid statue, except from your elbow to your weights. If your statue starts to wobble, squeeze your core, bend your knees, and potentially go lighter with your weights or one at a time until you can maintain a strong, unwavering core. Halfway. Control this whole entire movement. Control the up and control the down. It's easy to let gravity just pull your weights down to your side. Don't let your muscles allow that. Slowly lower it down. 10 seconds left. Shoulders away from your ears. Sometimes when we get tired, our shoulders start to creep up. 3, 2, and 1. Weights go out of your way. You ready? Crisscross, and then legs. 3, 2, let's go. Knee, knee, crisscross, crisscross. You got it. If your version doesn't look exactly like mine, that's okay. Your goal here is to just get your heart rate up. So whether you're doing this exactly how I explained it or your own version, that's up to you. Our intensity level, though, is the same. 15 seconds. Go. All right, you have less than 10 seconds. You pick it up just a little. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. All right, you deserve this break. Good work, good work. Breathe. Watch your next set of movement. So we've lunged to the front, we've lunged to the side, and now we're going to lunge back. We are going to add in some triceps. So you're going to go a little bit lighter with your weights. You're going to start with the weights facing one another, hinge forward. You're going to row them up. From here, you're going to step back into a lunge. Now, it's not a full lunge with the back leg bent. Keep your back leg a little bit straight. Kick back, step it in. So it's a little bit of a lunge and a kickback at the same time. Move 2, we have a sumo squat with a heel lift at the bottom. You can use a weight, goblet hold it here. Sumo squat, feet are wide, toes are out. You're going to sink to the bottom. When you get to the bottom, you're either going to lift one heel at a time or both of them, and then stand. Cardio, we'll keep it a surprise. They ran out of time. All right, you ready? 3, 2, tricep kickback, lunges, and go. So this is a little bit different than a full lunge because you're never totally straightening your front foot. You're hinged forward and you're looking at the floor right now. You're tapping back, and because your front leg is bent, you're still working into your legs a bit. Your weights aren't swinging here. Your elbows are high, and you're simply taking your weights, you're placing them up, and then pulling them back in. Your pinkies end up the highest point here. Check your core. Make sure it's nice and tight, especially when we're in a position like this. If your core is not tight, it can kind of start to make your back hurt. Obviously, we don't want. 5 seconds left. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Sumo squat with a heel lift. If you want to use a weight, go ahead and grab one. Hold it underneath, up and down like so. Feet go wide. Turn your toes out. Here we go. So sink down. Lift one heel at a time and stand, or lift both of them. The lift of your heels is providing 2 things here. 1, ankle strength. Okay, as you lift your heels, you can feel all those tiny muscles around your ankle start to clench up and be strong. Very important. We want strong ankles, especially when we live somewhere, well, I think most of you probably do, somewhere where there's ice. 2, you're working on your balance here. As you lift your heels up off the ground, you're only balancing now on your toes. You're really working on all sorts of things here, multi-purpose move. All right, in 5 seconds, we're moving into cardio. At the beginning of class, I said you could use the bottom of a staircase or a small bench. You can do this without, but now's the time to grab it if you plan to use it. I'll show you what it looks like using my little bench here. I'm going to take my toes and I'm going to tap them on top of the bench. Like I said, you can use the bottom of a stair or the floor. Let's go. I'm not putting any weight on it. I'm just tapping my foot. You can probably hear it. It's like bang, bang, bang. One or the other. If you don't have a bench, you can do the same thing on the floor. You can do the same thing tapping on the bottom staircase. Arms are just pumping like you're running. 15 seconds. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, woo! All right, set that out of the way. Back to tricep extensions with our single leg lunge. Start by hinging forward, bend your knees, start with your elbows high, and extend from there. Your elbows are never moving. They're extending, but they're not moving up and down. You're gazing at the floor just a few feet in front of your toes. That's going to keep your neck in line. And you're controlling the up and the down, just like we talked about with biceps and our other movements. If you want to get more into your legs here, bend your legs a little more. Make that a deeper lunge. Here we go. You guys, keep it up. I know this isn't easy. I know you're up for a challenge though. That's why you showed up. The hard part is showing up, making yourself do it. Less than 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, sumo squat with 1 or 2 ankle lifts. Here we go, 3, 2, and begin. Start with your feet wide. Lift 1 or both heels and stand. Sumo squat. Your leg position is different than a regular squat. Okay, your feet are wider than your shoulders, your hips, your knees are pointed out to the side, and your knees are tracking over your toes, which means they're both going the same direction. I'm just balancing the weight right here, kind of on my collarbone. This is a good body weight move too. Get to your lowest point, then lift your heels. All right, you can keep going right here. But if you're up for a little bit of a challenge, I'm going to challenge you to come down right here and now hold it. Just do your heels. Just for these last 15 seconds, just try it. Sink it down, sink it down. 5, 4, 3, 2. You did it. All right. Set that down. We have one more set of our toe taps on your stair, on your bench, or on the floor. You can also take the impact out and tap it. Ready? Go. This is it. Last one before the break. Light on your toes. Pump your arms. Barely tapping your foot. My heel never touches the bench. Just the ball of your foot. Halfway. Woo! Keep it up. All right, pick up that pace just a little bit. Right here. 10 seconds sprint. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. All right, team. If you have a bench, go ahead and just set that off to the side. All right. We are going to take it down to the floor. So grab a drink, grab your mat if you'd like, and then have a seat. We're going to start with a chest press with a rotation and a hip lift. We have a whole bunch of things going on with this move. So here's what it's going to look like. You're going to start with 2 weights. You're going to lay back. We've done chest presses before. The difference here is as you press up, I want you to rotate so your pinkies face in and down. So it looks like this, up, pinkies in and down. Now the hip lift happens at the same time. So it's a lift, twist, and lower. Lift, twist, and lower. Move 2, we're gonna lay on our side. Last class, we worked the outside of our leg by putting a weight on our leg and lifting. This time, you're gonna work the inside by doing the same thing. All right, ready? Chest press with a rotation. 3, 2, and 1. So if you want to, just get the hip, or sorry, the chest press with the rotation down and then add hips, that's fine too. So the rotation happens on the way up and on the way down. By the time you finish, your weights are just above your chest, not above your face, and your hips are extended high. Good work. It's a fun little twist on a chest press, no pun intended, that gets into your muscles a little bit differently than just a regular chest press or a push-up. You're activating different muscles here. You have 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I want you to roll over so you're laying on your left elbow. You can start on your right, just remember which side you did. If you want to use a weight, you're going to put it just above your knee. Your inner thigh points to the ceiling, and you're going to start to lift your leg up and down. Now your leg is never going to touch the floor. It's just going to lift up to your knee and then balance. If you have a weight on your inner thigh here, your palm isn't pushing it. I'm just holding the weight so it doesn't roll off. Do you need a weight? No. Can you use one? Yes. It's going to add some resistance here. You're working your hip adductors, which is those inner thigh muscles here. There you go. Are you hovering your foot? Now, what I didn't tell you is we are not going to switch sides this first round. Okay, we're going to do the other side, round 2. We're really getting into our endurance here. 10 seconds. Lift and lower. Only to knee height, ankle height. Knee height, ankle height. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, cardio move. I'm going to show it with the bench again. You can do it on the floor or you can do it on your staircase. We have a plank to bear jump. Oh, my bench just broke. That's not what we want, right? You're going to jump in, out, 2 jacks. Jump in, jump out, 2 jacks. Ready? Go. If you don't want to jump, you can step it, tap it, tap it. You can do this on the floor as well. I like to use a bench or the bottom staircase because it elevates your torso a little bit, takes some pressure off your wrist. Jump in, jump back, 2 jacks. Make sure that your shoulders are stacked above your wrist here. Keep everything in line. You're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. All right. Back to chest press with a rotation, glute lift. You ready? Go heavy with your weights if you can. Worst thing that could happen is you have to go a little bit lighter. Nothing wrong with that. Here we go. Rotate, press, hip lift. I want you to focus on your breathing here. So exhale as you press everything up. Inhale as it all comes down. When you connect your breath to your movement, it makes it seem easier, I promise. Also, it forces you to slow your movement down to an even pace. Good work. Halfway. Do you feel any pulling on your knees right now? You shouldn't. So adjust where your feet are, okay? Sometimes if they're too close to your glutes or too far away, it can put pressure on your knees. Go ahead and make that adjustment till you find that sweet spot. 3, 2, and 1. All right, We're switching to the other side this time. So I'm going on my right elbow. So my right leg is straight, knee is pointed forward, inner thigh to the ceiling, and go. Just knee height, ankle height, never touching the floor. Every time I do this move, I feel like I should have like leg warmers on, like a sweatband and a leotard. Like it just reminds me of like 80s. But they knew what they were doing. They had great legs. Keep it up and down. You're balancing on your hip bone a little bit, but if it feels better to roll back just slightly onto your glutes, that's an option too. Our goal right now is to just work our inner thigh. So whatever position is most comfortable. You also want to make sure your elbow is right underneath your shoulder here. That's going to help keep your balance. Oh my goodness, we have 10 seconds left. Woo! Keep it up. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, I'm so glad that one's done. All right, jump in, jump back, 2 plank jacks on your stair, on your bench, or on the floor. Alternatively, you can also put your hands on a chair if that feels better. Ready? Here we go. In, back, and then 2 jacks. Now, team, this is your last cardio move. After this, we take a little break, and then we do core for the rest of class. So if you've been holding back any of your energy, saving it, now is the time to just go. You have 20 seconds of cardio left, and it's done. Stop bending your elbows. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Finish it. And done. All right, wipe your sweat. Take a break, and I want you to come down to the floor. If you don't already have a mat, go ahead and grab one. You're not gonna need any weights for this, but if you want to use your bench, your chair, again, you can do it on the floor. You can grab that. All right, when you guys grab your drinks, I'll show you your first move. I'm gonna demo it on the bench. You can do it on the floor too. You're gonna start in a plank position. You're gonna take your knee and you're gonna cross it over to your opposite elbow. So left knee to right elbow, right knee to left elbow, like so. Being up at an incline like this on a chair, a stair, is gonna take a little pressure off. If you do it on the floor, it's a little harder. You can also do this on your knees, but instead of crisscrossing, because you'll get tangled up, I want you to go to your same elbow if you're on your knees. All right, you ready? Start with our move number 1 in 3, 2, and go. All right. So for the next 8 or so minutes, our sole focus is core. Core strength, core endurance, core stability. Working on your core is very important. It's going to help you feel more stable in your everyday activities. So it's not just about, sculpting your abs. It's about just function, daily function, feeling strong when you go to Costco and you bring home, 60 bags and you can carry them in yourself, okay? Or you feel stable when you go skiing. Good, you have 15 seconds left. If you want to take a break, just send your hips up to the sky for a second into a down dog and then come back. You have 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, if you're using a bench, just set it off to the side. Move 2, we're gonna do a bird dog crunch. This is gonna focus on the front and the back of our core. Both are very important. As soon as you catch on, join me. Start in a tabletop position. Take your left leg behind you and your right leg in front of you. Lift it, and then pull your elbow to touch your knee. Lift it up, crunch it in. Now we're gonna stay on this side for 60 seconds. We're gonna work on our balance here. You'll notice you might feel like a little bit, keep going, you might feel a little wobbly. That's because you're only balancing on one knee and one hand. Okay, that's intentional. I want you to focus on your balance. You're also extending long here. That's your low back, also part of your core. As you crunch in, bring your forehead with you. Your forehead should be looking at your knee by the time your elbow touches it. Keep it up, 10 more seconds, and then we'll switch sides. Inhale, Exhale as you crunch. 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out really quick. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. 3, 2, and 1. So right now I have my right leg and my left arm. Extend and crunch. If you would like a little extra resistance with this move, you can also grab one light weight and put it in your hand. I don't suggest going heavy with this movement though, because it's awkward and it's going to put strain on your shoulder. But if you have like maybe a 2, 3, 5 pound weight that you want to add to this, just hold it in your hand as you crunch. Ooh, there goes my balance. Halfway. These are not about speed. Control right here. Just strength. You do movements like this. You're working on your balance, which we just talked about. And you're going to notice that you feel more stable every day. You're doing something good. All right, relax. Next move, we're taking it on our back. We have an alternating march crunch or a full bicycle crunch. So start with me here. Just start by crunching one knee to your opposite elbow, like so. And if you want to, you can change this to an entire full bicycle crunch. Your shoulder blades are up off the floor. You're extending your legs long. And if you want to make this even harder, it can become a full scissor crunch, which means both legs stay straight. Bottom leg never taps the floor. You could even add a reach with your hand. So many options. Same focus. 20 seconds left. Make sure you're breathing, especially in ab movements that are difficult. I often see people hold their breath, not intentionally, but because you're so focused. You don't want to do that. So keep breathing and take a break if you need to. And relax, hug your knees into your chest for just a second. All right, take a big deep breath, roll yourself up. We're going through those moves one more time, and then we're done. Starting with our plank, alternating knee pull on the floor, a chair, a stair, or your bench. You ready? Here we go, crisscross. This is also a good product placement for this bench, which I got at Target. I think it's the old brand, but you can still find them there. Use your team member discount. Get yourself one of these. Make sure your shoulders are stacked right over your wrist. Stop bending your elbows. Don't lock your arms out. Again, great way to take a break. Bend your hips up, reset, and come back even stronger. Almost there, 15 seconds. Head stays in line. You can't see your shoes right now because you're not looking that direction. You're looking in front of your fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, we're moving into our bird dog. You ready? With or without that weight, light weight. Here we go. Pick one side. You can pick which one you want to start with. Just opposite arm, opposite leg. Extend and crunch. As you extend, see if you can lift both your arm and your leg a little higher than your shoulder height here. That's going to really get into your flexibility and your back strength versus just extending it back. Now, I am not touching my knee to the floor the entire time, but if you need to reset your balance, just set it down, catch your balance, and then repeat. You have about 15 seconds left on this side. Extend and crunch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, shake it out. Other side. You ready? Let's do it. 3, 2, and 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Extend and crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Extend it higher than your hips. Exhale, crunch yourself into a little ball. You'll notice the more often you do this movement, you're going to feel more sturdy. If this is a new move for you, or you're not used to training your core often, you might feel a little shaky, like you're tipping over a bit. Promise you, the more that you train, the easier it's going to feel. Not because it's getting easier, but because you're getting stronger at it. Keep it up. $15 seconds right here, team. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lay it on back. We have one core movement left, and then we are done. Starting with alternating cross crunches, bicycle crunches, or full scissor crunches. It's a choose your own adventure move. Let's go. So crisscross. Regardless of which one you're choosing, you're crossing your elbow to your knee. All right, this is it. This is our last movement. Make sure your low back is pressed to the floor. You can do that by pulling your belly button downward and really squeezing your ab muscles. Halfway, halfway. Woo! Muscles are shaking. Almost there, 20 seconds left. Home stretch, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, hug your knees into your chest. Wow, good work. Go ahead, you can roll kind of side to side, massage your low back out a bit. And I want you to take a big deep breath, roll yourself all the way up to a seated position. Let's stretch it out. Let's come to a lunge position first. So take your right foot, send it in front of you, stack it rear knee right over your ankle, and then come to a lunge position. So left leg is long behind you. Just press your hip downward to the floor. If it feels more comfortable, you're welcome to drop your knee to the floor as well. All right, now take your back leg, step it in just a couple inches, and then see if you can straighten both of your legs. You may not be able to keep your hands on the floor. That's okay. You can bring them up to your shin or above your knee. But what I want you to focus on is stretching your right hamstring here. And go ahead and put your left foot forward. Send your right foot back. Same thing, sinking into your lunge. Great job today. That was a lot of movement, a lot of challenge. I hope that you are feeling better than when you started. That's the only goal. You're feeling more energized, ready to finish the rest of your day. Go ahead and step your back foot in just a few inches. Straighten your legs. Hands can stay on the floor or go above and below your knee. Stretching your hamstring. And then bring both feet in, roll up nice and slow. And let's stretch out our arms a bit here. So go ahead and pull one hand across your body. Take your same arm, reach up and over. And let's switch, other side. Just a nice little pull here. Same arm reaches up and over. Now, after we're done here, if you have any other areas that feel like they need a good stretch and we don't have the time to get to it, I encourage you, if you have a couple extra minutes, use this time while you're warm and sweaty and just stretch it out. All right, go ahead, just open and close your arms right here. Best to do it now while it's fresh in your mind. All right, and then take your feet nice and wide into a sumo. Position toes out just slightly. Come on down to a sumo squat and press one shoulder downward toward the center. And at the same time, you're pressing away on your knee. You're gonna feel a nice stretch on your inner thigh, which we really got into with those leg lifts. And switch, other way. Let's do one more each way. And last one. Come on up. I want you to crisscross your left foot over your right, reach up and then pull your right wrist to the corner. You're kind of turning your body into the letter C here. And switch, other way. Big deep inhale. And let it go. Great job today. Like I said, I hope you're feeling more energized and you're ready for the rest of your day. The hardest part is just showing up. And not only did you do that, but you completed it like a rock star. So have a great rest of your week. If you're up for a Monday morning workout, I would love to see you at next Monday too. Otherwise, I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care. Oh, Sarah, that's awesome. I'm glad he was following along. Oh, cute. Good to see you, Sandy. Sarah, that's awesome. Take care, guys. Thanks, Asha. Good to see you. Have a good week.